All right, traders, George here, and I just wanted to give you a little follow through to what we looked at in the room today and yesterday. Yesterday we looked at identifying these two key price points in oil, 93.70 and 93.50. As we shut down the room this morning, we started to drive lower into this area, and I mentioned to watch for a bounce. Well, we actually got through 70 pretty easily, and we came in and started to chop up around 50. I added 3 contracts in the 93.50 camp, 57s, 49s, and 48s. And I exited here for a $60 loss on all 3 contracts on some weakness there on the heels of this black tip. Not sooner than I exited there, we went back to white candles, and I got back in 3 contracts here. My scalper was hit here for $180. I trailed my stops up and exited the other 2 for a total of 210 on the other 2 positions there. So minus 60 plus 180 plus 210s, and then I had a buy stop at 39.72s, which is right here, and that was just triggered with price moving up, and now price is above 93.70. So I've got my stops trailed up to the fib, so at this point I'm only risking $100 to be long here. I do have a cluster working against me here, SOS to turning point to black tip, RSI is below 50. So I'm going to trail to break even here, not allow this thing to move any lower based on that cluster. However, if this low here holds and we make a new high, which won't take but a couple ticks, I'm looking for 93.89 for my scalper, and then all the way up to the top to this compound DSR level here for my trader. So we'll see if this thing can move in favor here, hit that scalper, and maybe even a little bit more. So all right, so we just moved a little bit more in favor here, 11 ticks in favor, so I'm moving my stops to break even plus 1. We're still sort of stuck trying to get out of the gate here, but we are a little bit in favor, but I want to respect the fact that we just went up 10 ticks. In fact, we went up 11. So 10 is a good filter to move to break even, and 11s and 12s I go to plus 1, plus 2s. So I'm at least in the money here, and if the bulls can just pop it up a little bit more, I'll take one off here for yet another scalper in this run. All right, back over to oil. I just had my target hit here, so I'm down to 1 contract. So I want to adjust my stops here, and I'm going to put that stop all the way up to where my scalper was. So I'll essentially book 2 scalpers as a minimum, and if the bulls can run this thing and not look back, then I will see if we can hit that extended target. So all right, that didn't take too long. So out on both of those contracts there at 89s and 88s, so picked up another $330 there, and now price is sort of stalling out. This takes us to about where Chicago Merc lunch session ends, and the afternoon session sort of kicks off. Between now and the past 30 minutes is about when that transition occurs. So now we're into the afternoon session, and typically not the best time for day trading. We'll just leave it there, but there's another $660 taken trading around these key levels that we looked at, bouncing here, taking profits, exiting on a little bit of weakness here, re-entering on the breakout, and then a big double scalper there to finish things off with an extra $330 there on top, and looked at $660 there just since we shut the room down 2 hours ago. So that'll do it for your look there at oil, day trading the DSRs. We'll see you back in the live room.